So this one is buying me a Chinese choo-choo train for my birthday.
I don't know who told me that. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know.
Bruh! Alright guys, we're gonna measure the spring. Then I have to convert this into millimeters so I could get the correct spring.
So you're like 6 3/8?
Yeah, 6 3/8. 6 3/8, and this is an 8K spring. From what I was reading, a 10 or 12K spring would be the best bet. So I don't get so much squat. And then actually on the street, I was considering doing this anyway because it would improve handling quite a bit. So I read a bunch of you guys' comments, and a lot of you guys say change out the springs, change out the rear suspension, get rid of the coilovers, whatever. I'm having a hard time doing that just because like I said, it was a dilemma of never wanting to completely drag race the GTO. I just don't want to put that kind of abuse on the GTO so much, so which I have all year long, and it does great. I mean, even though I haven't done the ideal times, the car still drives good. So I'm gonna try to find some solutions. What I think is happening is when it dead hooks, I feel like the coil binds, and then that's what causes the car to bounce right back up. So definitely gonna just try a stiffer spring, and we'll go from there. And we'll just ride out the season with that. Damn! GMW's has a whole project for the winter though, so I'm excited. So you're like, what do you have planned for the winter, Trey? I got a whole slug of stuff going into the GMW. We're gonna make this car way more fun. It's already a blast with the LF swap and everything and the welded diff, but we're gonna make this thing way more fun, look a whole lot better, and in all honesty, it'll probably smoke the GTO by the time I'm done with it. So I figured it out. I figured out what I wanted to do. I've been doing a bunch of reading, a bunch of research on the GTO, and all of that stuff can apply to the BMW when I get to the BMW. So first things first, what we got to do is, number one, I am gonna drop the tranny again, unfortunately. I was still having some clutch issues, even though in the video I was excited, and I'm not gonna lie about that, I was excited, but I was still fighting it to go into gear a little bit, and that's an issue. So what I'm gonna do is I am actually gonna put in my other slave cylinder, spring, and throwout bearing, and we'll do a side-by-side comparison, but that'll be happening this week. So I'm gonna be dropping the transmission on the GT. Now because I am stubborn, I don't want to get rid of my coilovers. I'm super stubborn. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just put a whole lot stiffer spring rate in the rear of the GTO, and we're gonna go from there. We're gonna try that out. If that doesn't work, we're just gonna retire the car for the season. There's only maybe about 3-4 weeks left of drag racing for the season here in Colorado before the track is shut down. So what I'm planning on doing is racing up until the track shuts down, and then going straight into working on the GMW here. Also by that time, I believe my homie Antonio will have his truck, so I'll be working with him on his truck as well. So for those of you who thought I'd abandoned the GMW, no, I haven't abandoned it. I was just kind of holding out for the season, just driving the GTO for what it's worth, trying to learn the car, trying to do all this stuff, but in all reality, this was supposed to be the race car. The GTO was supposed to be the street car. The GMW was supposed to be the race car. So we're gonna work on making it a race car. Now, if you remember, when I first started doing the GMW build, it was supposed to be a budget turbo 5.3. So I got the budget part for the 5.3, but I never got the budget turbo portion of it done because, as I've stated, I wanted to drive the car for what it's worth. I really learned how to drive the car, and I think it's time to add some unusable ponies to it. And I'm going to be doing the work all myself, and this will give me some insight on some welding, doing some welding, some fabrication stuff, seeing how much power I actually could get out of this car. Now the target goal will be $1,500. I don't want to spend any more than that to get this car turboed, running, dynoed. Target goal would be 600 horsepower, 600 wheel. 600 wheel. Now, with all that being said, I'm going to be doing a full build out on it. I'll be providing parts and everything that I use for the whole build. Obviously the labor cost goes away because I'm doing the labor. The only thing I'm really paying for is parts and the tuning from J&S Performance. Now things that won't be budget whatsoever is obviously axles. You can't really get a budget axle for this car. So most likely I'll go a DSS axle with this, but that probably won't be until it is necessary. So it's gonna stay street tires all through winter or whatever. I don't have a plan on getting this done ASAP. Like, I want to, you know, do a really quality job, so this may take me a few weeks, maybe a month or two. Repeated, and as old as this gets, this thing is definitely gonna get an eBay turbo for the time being. Now if I blow out the eBay turbo, I'm gonna do a BorgWarner X475, and then, you know, then we'll go from there. Now this thing should be super wild because it is gutted. It's way smaller than the GTO. I believe right now, with me in it and the LS swap and everything, it's in the range of anywhere from 2,500 pounds to like 2,800 pounds. So that with 600 horse, it would be absolutely wild. And yeah, I'm really excited. I've never really had a turbo car. Be a beast. It's gonna make all the right noises. It's gonna make Chinese choo-choo whistles, you know. And hopefully it feels like a rocket ship. And I'm really excited. So this one is buying me a Chinese choo-choo train for my birthday.
I don't know who told him that. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I might. I don't know.
Come on.
If you're good.
If I'm good.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, buy me a Chinese choo-choo train.
I might.
A Chinese whistleblower.
Maybe.
Alright. So I had to go on a quick joyride in the GMW. Actually, I joyride this one all the time. I never do that kind of driving in the GTO. Hopefully I can get the homies out to go for a drift session one of these days. Does what I ask it to when I want it. It's pretty dope. So I hope you guys are excited as I am for the upcoming build with the GMW and just more progress on the GTO. We're going to be cleaning up the GTO, but just kind of chilling out on it for the next few weeks, just enjoying it. And yeah. So if you guys have any suggestions, as always, you guys always do, leave it in the comments below. And then of course I got to plug myself. So if you guys like this video, whatever the case is, go ahead and subscribe to your boy, hit that bell notification. We'll see you on the next one. Deuces.
a suicide, boy. It's the time for games and it's the time to kill. Make up your mind.